Coach Jonathan Beverly, the head football coach and athletic director at Childersburg High School, joins us this morning. A big 47-0 win over Central Coosa County last night. And man, a lot of things gone right. You're 5-5 on the season and played on a Thursday night game, getting ready for the playoffs. Things are looking good as we celebrated senior night last night.
It was a good night. Things are moving in the right direction. Really pleased with our defensive effort last night. Really pleased with just the effort overall. Definitely encouraged by where we are.
What huge steps from a year ago.
We've come a long way. We've come a long way, and tons of credit goes to our kids who've just done things the right way.
Yeah.
They were tasked with doing something the right way, and they took that challenge and they ran with it. And couldn't be more proud of how they've done things.
Well, we've got some highlights from the game where you got to play a lot of younger players that are future for Childersburg High School, and I know that's pleasing to you.
Very pleasing. Had an opportunity to get an early lead, and thinking about playing next week. Obviously, we wanted to get some guys in. We wanted to rest some starters at that point, get some younger guys in to get some reps. And, I think for us, the future is bright, and really pleased with how some of our younger kids, took control of the second half and did some things well.
Well, you got some hard running by numerous backs, and you have that backfield set up the way you'd like it with a number of players running the football.
Yeah, we ran the football well again last night. That's something that we've done well all season. And, we've had a stable of backs be able to do some good things for us this year. And, we're going to need that as the season goes on. I think it's put us in a good situation to where we haven't had one guy carry it 30 times a game, and then you get to game 11 and he's beat up, and so we're in a good spot. We've had 3 solid backs, week in and week out, and so obviously all chips are on the table next week, and we'll need all 3 of them.
Well, these seniors have gone through a lot of adversity and have really shined in the last couple of years. I know you're awfully proud of them.
Absolutely. These guys endured a 2-8 season at one point in time, 3-7 last year, even though we were trending in the right direction at the end. And so for this year to be, where we're at, 5-5, with a brutal schedule, and that's not to make any excuses or anything like that. It is what it is. So for us to navigate our schedule, to be in the playoffs, to have an opportunity, there's 32 teams in 4A football still playing, and we're one of them. And so that's again a testament to our kids, a testament to our seniors who have battled, who have gone through adversity, but have found a way to get this thing back on track and to put our program in a much better position than it was 2 years ago.
Yeah. Coach Jonathan Beverly, head football coach and athletic director at Childersburg High School, joined us 47-0. Childersburg over Central Coosa County. It wasn't a game last night that meant anything in the standings, but it was an opportunity for you to get to 5-5, and that's very important.
Very important, very important to put ourselves in a situation where we're 500, to put ourselves in a situation where obviously you end the regular season with a win that gives us 2 in a row going towards the playoffs, and so it was a big win for us. Opportunity again, for your senior class. Hopefully, it's not our last home game. But on the flip side of that, it's the last regular season home game, and it gives them an opportunity to take care of business at home with a win.
The playoffs have been problematic for Childersburg in the last several years, and when you mentioned playoffs, you mentioned 32 teams left. Childersburg, one of them.
We're one of them, and honestly, in 4A, especially in the South. Any team, honestly, has a shot, and I know we're a 4 seed and we're going to play a 1 seed, and
But you played some tough opponents.
Right. Honestly, in our region, the 3 teams that finished ahead of us are 1 seeds, I think, in 6 out of the other 7 regions, and so Tallahassee leads and Munford, are 3 of the better teams in 4A, 3 legitimate top 10 teams. And honestly, I think in 6 out of the other 7 regions, any of those teams, would have won those regions. And so, and I like our chances in a couple of other regions. So
you've been on. The Tigers have been in each one of those games till late.
We were, and that's one of those things that hopefully, we can take those lessons into next week, playing another quality opponent, but to say, hey, we've played 3 of the best teams in 4A. We were in every one of those games. Let's learn the lessons that needed to be learned and move forward and find a way to get over the hump. And again, when you're a 4 seed, it's tough. But it's definitely not impossible. Last year, you look across all classifications, I think there were either 5 or 6 4 seeds that won in the first round. In 4A, Hoax Bluff, even though it's in the north, they were a 4 seed and they get to the semifinals. So it's not unheard of for a 4 seed to be able to get in and make some noise. So we're really excited about that. I try to use some lessons even from another 4 seed, Demopolis, I believe it was a few years back. They were a 4 seed and got to the state championship game. So, it's not unheard of. It's one of those things where we're just going to have to go in, be focused, take it one game at a time. But all chips are on the table, and we're going to give our best effort.
Well, we'll talk more extensively about next week's playoff opponent, Andalusia, on next Friday's show. Coach Jonathan Beverly, thanks for joining us this morning.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Head football coach and athletic director at Childersburg High School, Coach Jonathan Beverly. Childersburg celebrated a senior night last night with a 47-0 win over Central Coosa County. Don't go away. We've got more Daybreak right after this.